Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It's unacceptable. Today's sad news. Bradley Walsh. Shocking update drops just a few minutes ago. Broken our hearts, this news must see. Bradley Walsh strode into Studio 7 of the ITV complex with his usual bounce. It was Celebrity Special Week and he was buzzing. The crew was in good spirits, the lights were sparkling, and his makeup artist, Claudia, had just touched up his famously expressive face. Today's episode had been advertised for weeks. The Chase, Pattern Masters Special, featuring 4 celebrity guests known for their minds, logic, and quick wit. There was even a themed set redesign, complete with optical illusions, Escher-style staircases on the walls, and geometric LED backdrops. Bradley looked around and grinned. "This is either a quiz show or a posh maths teacher's fever dream," he chuckled. Little did he know, today would be the day he'd go down in the Chase history. Not for a pun, a joke, or even a record breaker, but for a spectacular blunder that would become the talk of the nation. The contestants gathered in the green room. David Tennant, actor and known Sudoku addict. Connie Huck, former Blue Peter presenter and SDM advocate. Richard Osmond, quiz king and host of Pointless, taking on the Chase as a one-off crossover. Claudia Winkleman, effortlessly stylish, slightly chaotic, and suspiciously good at logic puzzles. Backstage, they joked and teased one another, sipping herbal teas and reviewing flashcards. "This is going to be brutal," Connie laughed. "They're expecting us to be good." "They're expecting you to be good," said Claudia, tying her fringe up. "I'm just here for the biscuits." Bradley entered the green room in his usual blazer and sneakers combo. Well, 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 if it isn't the BBC's finest minds. "And Claudia?" he teased. "I'll out-cheek the chaser, thank you very much," she smirked. The warm-up guy cued the crowd. The theme music played. The show began. The contestants were introduced to cheers. The chaser for the day? The governess, Anne Hegarty. Cool, sharp, unforgiving. Bradley, bouncing between banter and game mode, was on fire. David went first. A tidy 7,000 pounds, safely back to the team. Then came Connie. 6,000. Neat. Clever play. Returned confidently. Then it was Richard Osmond. "I feel like a spy from the other side," he joked. His cash builder was dazzling, 9,000 pounds. And then came the moment. Question: what comes next in the sequence? Red, green, blue, red, green, and. Bradley read it out loud with flair, adding his own commentary. "Ooh, pattern question. Love these. You can't fool me. I know exactly what it is." He grinned. "Easy. It's yellow." Richard looked confused. That's not what I was thinking," he said, and raised an eyebrow. Bradley, ever confident, nodded. "Trust me, RGB, classic color pattern. Then comes yellow, primary colors, right?" Silence. The screen revealed the correct answer, blue. Bradley's jaw dropped. "Wait, what?" Laughter erupted in the studio, and deadpanned. "Bradley, it's literally repeating. Red, green, blue. Then again, red, green, so clearly it's blue." Richard was grinning. "You just invented your own color wheel." Bradley turned to the camera, mock horrified. "I have a GCSE in art, I'll have you know." The clip was instantly iconic. Before the show even ended, social media was ablaze. Bradley Walsh confusingly yelling yellow on a red-green-blue pattern has ended me. The way he said it with his whole chest. #The Chase. New color order. Red, green, blue, yellow. TM Bradley. Someone please put Brad's face on a Pantone swatch. Fan art began circulating on X, formerly Twitter, within an hour. A frictional Bradley color wheel that included yellow, mauve, and confused beige. A cartoon of Anne Hegarty banging her head on the desk. YouTube reactions were swift. One creator made a remix of Bradley's "Yellow" declaration turned into a rave anthem. The next morning, Bradley was invited to This Morning for a post-show chat. Ben Shepherd couldn't help but tease. "Mate, red, green, blue, and you said yellow?" Bradley held his hands up. "Listen, I had a brain glitch. I thought I was in a Lego box, not a quiz show." Kat Deely laughed so hard she dropped her cue cards. ITV released a statement in good fun. "Bradley Walsh is a national treasure, even when he breaks the pattern." The Sun splashed with the headline, "Pattern Shatter, Bradley Walsh sees yellow in RGB gaff." 2 weeks later, ITV announced a surprise special, The Chase, Pattern Redemption. The same 4 celebrities were invited back, but this time, the twist. Bradley would compete. He'd play as a 5th contestant alongside them, while a guest host, Rylan Clark, took over presenting duties. Bradley laughed when he heard the idea. "I go from yellow to contestant in a week. This'll be fun." Anne Hegarty smirked when told of the idea. "I look forward to asking him the pattern questions." The special aired on a Saturday primetime slot. Bradley, in a contestant seat for the first time in the Chase history, looked mildly terrified. Richard Osman leaned over. "If the answer is yellow, don't hesitate." Bradley groaned. The show was full of banter, but the tension was real when a new pattern question came up. Question: which shape logically follows this sequence? Triangle, square, pentagon, hexagon? Bradley froze. He muttered under his breath, "Okay, 3 sides, 4, 5, 6, must be 7. He buzzed. "Heptagon." Correct! The audience cheered. Bradley jumped from his seat. "I am redeemed!" And clapped politely. "Congratulations! You know how to count." All 5 players made it back to the final chase with £120,000 in the pot. The final chase was electric. The team worked like a hive mind. Anne was relentless, but fell short by 2 steps. They won! Bradley's face lit up as the crowd erupted. "This is the best day of my life," he grinned. "Even better than discovering yellow." Backstage, ITV's social team presented him with a gold-framed print of the RGB pattern with yellow underneath it, signed by Anne. The moment became folklore. A new quiz app was launched titled RGB or Yellow. A university challenge team named themselves Bradley's Yellow Theorem. An entire TikTok trend started, #BradleyPatternCheck, where users filmed themselves confidently giving wrong pattern answers. Bradley took it all in stride. "I've made a career out of laughing at myself," he said. "But hey, I'll never see colors the same way again." Anne added on Twitter, "To be fair, yellow is a lovely color. Just not in that pattern." Following the massive ratings from the Chase Pattern Redemption, ITV's marketing team pounced. Within a week, a wave of official merchandise was unleashed. T-shirts with the phrase, "Red, Green, Blue, Yellow, Bradley's Edition." Coffee mugs, "I see yellow where others see logic." A limited edition Chaser board game, Chase the Pattern, with a bonus card titled Bradley's Blunder that lets players skip a logic question by shouting a random color. Sales exploded. Bradley received a framed sales certificate. Over 100,000 mugs sold in 4 days. He held it up on Loose Women and joked, "I may have failed the pattern, but I aced capitalism." Several months later, Bradley received a surprising call from the producers of BBC's Mastermind. They wanted him to appear on a celebrity edition. His specialty subject? British game show blunders from 2000 to present. Bradley blinked. Wait. You want me to answer questions about other people's quiz disasters? The producer replied, Well, yours will be question 1. He accepted. On air, he was seated in the famous black leather chair, a spotlight narrowing above him. First question. In 2024, which ITV game show host famously answered yellow to a repeating RGB pattern? Bradley, smiling, said, That would be me. Correct. He scored 13 in the specialist round.